This is Andy with QualityStocks. Today is Wednesday, September 29, 2010, and today we're taking a look at Flagstar Bancorp. This is a New York Stock Exchange stock trading our ticker FBC. You can see just a massive slide this year from March up around $10 all the way down to under $2 now. Closed yesterday at $1.83. Obviously, it's a financial play. It's just getting no love. I'm not sure what's going on with them fundamentally. It's purely a technical look at it. Trying to form a base again at this point. It's tried it several different times and hasn't really put together any substantial move. This was pretty nice, 237 up to 358. Now it's getting down to these lower levels. Decent sized gains can come from minimal moves like that. It's just a get in, get out kind of thing. 223 to 270, 20% gains there, that sort of thing. Here we're looking at the middle Bollinger Band as being some first real form of resistance, as it struggled with it every other time it hit it. But still, from this point, that's a good gain. 218 is where the middle Bolly is from 183. So again, looking at nice gains, even if it goes up and challenges that and fails. Overall, the MACD still has an uptrend going to it. It's trying to break through it right now. It had a pretty nice one going through there. We're going to look and see if we're going to get another histogram cross, see if this is going to make a valley through here, see if this trend line is going to continue as this tries to trend towards zero. Same way with the PPO, kind of working itself into another pinch. All these little mini pinches it got little bounces off of. So as this sets up, we're going to look for that to happen again and look for another little bounce to come off of this. The MFI, there's starting to get the separation coming right back down. We're actually going to look for the 7 to get down a little bit closer. This could be another day or so away. We want to see it hold them support levels. See this MFI 7 come back down, get closer to the 14 and 21, and then look for another move and look for all three of them to move in unison back up towards 50 is where your ultimate goal is. Accumulation distribution still in a serious downtrend. We're going to look for this to at least try and flatline, start to make some sort of move this direction. We'll put a channel through here, see if it can make it through this channel in the long term. But right now, we just want to see some buying start to come into this, stop this constant downtrend that it's been in. Same way with the shaky money flow, basically sideways right now, nothing strong. We want to start to see an uptrend, see some buying pressure start to overtake the selling pressure and get this back up near zero and hopefully up into the green in the long term. CCI just now broke through negative 100. The bottom feeders, of course, use that as a buy point. We're not getting great indications from the other indicators that this will be a solid buy, so we've got to pay attention to this to see if it's going to drop right back down below negative 100 or not. Full Stow is bottomed again, right down near it's still in oversold. See, it's been a lot of time in oversold. Hasn't made it into overbought in many, many months. So we're going to look for this to turn, try and bounce back off this bottom again, and look for the break of 20 as any sort of initial strength coming in. The tricks is kind of interesting in the sense that it's still kind of holding the bottom. The uptrend towards zero pretty much ended right in through here. It started a new downtrend. Still slightly in an uptrend. We're going to look for this bottom level to hold again pretty low, negative 1.5. Look for this to continue in the longer term to try and trend back towards zero. RSIs, oversold is the 7, 14, and 21. Haven't even dipped below 30. So we're not trying to bottom pick this as a way oversold sort of play. We're going to look for this to hold these support levels and try and make a move, see if the 7 is going to break up through this 14 and 21 and get them heading back towards 50. As we point out so many times on bottom charts, that break of 50 is critical. You can see throughout this whole downtrend, just hasn't been able to penetrate that level. Very bottom support there, $1.73. Look for that to hold in the immediate term. I'd like to see this from yesterday, this low of $1.80 hold, but I wouldn't be surprised if this drops a little lower and it wants to hit this $1.73 again. Even though it's not a great source of support, it only hit it once. If this doesn't start to get some buying pressure, it's probably going to go down and test that again. Not too drastic of a loss at that point for a stop loss. If it drips below that and trying to get out, or perhaps watching the indicators and setting a stop loss somewhere 10% or less. As far as resistance goes, it's going to be kind of minimal right where it is right now. I think this is going to have to get up more near this $2 range. 205 maybe. Somewhere right in this area to see a little bit of resistance. I would actually think it's going to be greater. Right up here around this 223, 225. I think that's going to be, there's going to be some in through this $2 area. Has had a hard time poking above it here this month. It's going to be more significant up here around 225. Again, that middle Bollinger Band is at 218. That's going to be a good test for it. We're going to want to see if it can actually break through it. As I pointed out, had a difficult time holding above that And by trading below that Bollinger Band, it just shows a lot of weakness in the chart. Charts that get strong move through this 20-day, start trading to the upper side. Of course, this 50-day will be a huge source of resistance. Hasn't even really gotten near it a couple different times, but for the most part, trading well below it. But that's up at 262, so that's definitely down the road a little bit. Going to pay attention to financials and the overall markets and see if they start to show some strength. That'll be a little bit better of a gauge of the overall ability to Flagstar to recover. So let's look for it and see if it can hold this base, see if it can get a little bit more volume, see it's drying up again. 701,000 shares, definitely plenty of liquidity to get in and out. So we're going to keep an eye on this and look for any sort of positive movement. As always, this is merely my interpretation of the chart. This is Andy with QualityStocks. Thanks for watching and trade smart.